Hi, this is Matti again. I thought I'd make another vlog type thing. This is probably the third or fourth one, I think. This time I thought that I'd share with you a little bit about this guitar, why I bought it, and the significance of Black Sabbath for my formative guitar playing years, let's say. They were a huge influence when I was 15, 16, and have remained so even through later years. There's lots and lots of ground to cover if you start learning their songs, because they have, I don't know, over 20 albums, I think, across the years. And they have been one of my really most important bands for me. And you can kind of, because I sing, there's lots of great singers there. I play the guitar. Come on, Tony Iommi, need I say more? And as I also play the bass, there's Geezer Butler. If I ever start drumming, I think I have they have me covered too, because of Bill Ward. And other players like Cozy Powell, ring a bell? Maybe? But we're gonna talk about the classic years, I think. Yeah, so I had been kind of aware that Tony played an SG type guitar, but it was built by a boutique builder of some kind in the UK. So he had a really weird looking one, really bashed up one that he used to play with Sabbath in later on. But a couple of years ago, Gibson made a reissue or a signature run of a small run of really expensive guitars, and they made a cool video about it. And that was based on his early Monkey SG, one that he played in early Sabbath, I think late 60s, early 70s. And it was really crucial for making the early Black Sabbath sound, and he modified it quite a lot over the years. He did a lot of work on the fingerboard and the action in general to get it to a point that he would be able to play it with his injured fretting hand. And it was very heavily modified with custom pickups and custom tailpieces, and everything was changed, but the core of the guitar was an SG. Well, that guitar, the reissue, was way out of range for me. I think it was like $20,000 or something like that. Not a chance. But that got me kind of thinking that maybe standard SG special would be kind of interesting. And I decided to talk to my local guitar store if they would order me one so I could try it out. And they were totally down with it. They have a pretty good collection of Gibson guitars anyway, and had carried the special a few times, I think, but they were not out of stock then. And we arranged that they would give me a message when it arrives. Well, I was waiting, no message. I kind of thought that maybe they just said that okay to blow me off or something, so they forgot to order it or something. But I kept scanning for their homepage where they have these new just-in guitars, and there, lo and behold, was this one, a Heritage Cherry SG special, just like I wanted. And I work pretty close to the guitar store, so after work I almost ran there and asked that, hey, what about this guitar? Apparently they had sent a message, but when we checked the number, it had been sent to a wrong number one number off from mine. So somebody is probably thinking that, man, these cameras are getting really weird, and they have really weird scams nowadays, because I don't know how to make money about telling that, hey, come to this guitar store to check out the guitar that you ordered. Don't know. And probably never will. But anyway, I started testing this guitar and immediately found out that, God, these P90s, they are powerful stuff. I have never tried any before. Just listen to what they do to this Marshall clean channel. Yeah, none of my other guitars push it to submission quite like that. Really flamethrower of a guitar. You might remember that in last videos I played a Junior. So this pickup is either much hotter than that P90, or it's just because it's a bit closer to the strings, because you can actually adjust the height of a pickup in this guitar instead of like in the Juniors, where you can only put shims under the pickup to raise the height. But back to this guitar. Yeah, so I decided to buy it and walked home with a cool new brown Gibson case and immediately started geeking out to some Black Sabbath. And maybe I've been talking for a while, so maybe we'll try some of the tones here. Usually, to achieve a classic heavy metal tone, I usually don't use the tone pot at full, like it would sound like this. Yeah, pretty harsh. Yeah, the tuning was a bit off, but let's see. So I usually put the tone pot quite a much lower, so I achieve something like so it's still got that raw power, but it isn't biting your head off quite so much. But anyway, let's try some of those classic Sabbath riffs like. Still perhaps a little bright. Let's try another one. Didn't quite work out like I thought it would. You can get it to a cleaner place by rolling down the volume pot. Let's do some Sleeping Village. keep having a little bit of tuning issues now, but let's not let that bother us. So when I started out playing, I wasn't a quick learner, and much of this more complicated stuff that I was listening to, like Metallica, had really difficult riffs for me to play, and finding Black Sabbath was kind of helpful because those riffs were simple, slow, yet still iconic and powerful. So it was like, hey, even though feels like it's easy enough for me to play, it can still get the job done and get those heads banging. So it was really important. At the same time, because the riffs are so slow and there's only one guitar, there's really a focus on playing like a good touch, not make lots of mistakes, because if you think about riffs like people are gonna notice instantly if you do anything wrong, and you have a lot of time to wait around for the next chance to make it up, because the next note is far away. I used to go to this fan page. I think it was the URL was something like black/sabbath.net, perhaps. And this dude was collecting all kinds of trivia about old Black Sabbath, basically everything he could find, and lots of tablature. So I was always downloading stuff at school and bringing them home and learning the stuff. And yeah, I didn't learn many of the solos, but it was really good for me to start getting my basic chops together. As years progressed, I started perhaps getting more confident in being able to try out some of the solos even. And I think one of the first solos I ever learned how to play was The Wizard. It goes a little bit like this. Yeah, not very complicated, is it? But I was so proud of myself when I was able to do that for the first time. And I still remember kind of every note how I played it. I even started learning to sing at the same time from that song, but yeah, so it was really important, a lot of stuff to cover. Maybe try some more riffs, some cool ones. So if there's anything wrong with the playing, it's not the guitar, it's not the amp. I think the tones are really close to what I'm after, but rest is up to me. Some other stuff. Yeah. So this is a pretty cool guitar and perfect for gigging out some Black Sabbath stuff. It's actually a lot more versatile than that. You can get a decent enough blues tone actually, if you just take a little bit of volume off from both pickups and put it in the middle position, like this. Yeah, I've even been talking about my band's guitar player. I play bass in this metal band called Melding Plague, and we're doing our next album slowly, glacially slowly, but getting there maybe. I've been talking about the guitar player that maybe we could double track some of these tremolo guitar parts with this axe, because I think it would bring a great texture into those tremolo picking parts. Bring some of that fire-breathing bite to the guitar part. I think it would make a great doubling for a humbucker type guitar. That's probably enough jabbering for this time. Anyone who's watching, I hope you found it a little bit interesting, and thanks again, and I don't know, perhaps we'll find something new to talk about next time in the near future. Who knows? For this time, thanks and bye bye.